So now that you know how to solve proportions, we're going to be solving word problems today using proportions. So just as a reminder, when you're solving word problems, if you have a part to a whole within the problem, then you always want to set it up this way so that you have part over the whole equal to part over the whole. Now, if you don't see that there's a part to whole, then line up like things. So for example, if you have inches per hour, then you want to do the same thing on the other side, and you want inches on top as well and hours on the bottom. Take a look at example 1. The principal of Washington Middle School surveyed students to determine how they got home from school on Monday. The graph shows the results of this survey. Of the students surveyed, 63 students said they walked home from school on Monday. What was the total number of students surveyed? Okay, so it says here, if we're looking at the students surveyed that said that they walked home, it says that 21% of them walked home. That means 21 out of 100 said they walked home. So this is a part to whole setup. So I'm going to write 21 over 100. And then we also know that it says that 63 students exactly said they walked home from school. And we want to know what the total number or the whole number of students that were surveyed. So this is going to equal 63 over x. The setup is the hardest part here because after that, you know how to solve a proportion. We cross multiply, so 21 times x, 63 times 100. We end up with 21x equals 6,300. Divide both sides by 21, and we get x is equal to 300. So there were a total of 300 students who were surveyed. All right, example 2. Micah can eat 21 hot dogs in 6 minutes. If she can eat 35 hot dogs at the same pace, how many minutes will it take her? Now you'll notice here this does not have a part to a whole, but we have hot dogs and the number of minutes. So if Micah can eat 21 hot dogs in 6 minutes, I'll write that first. So I've written hot dogs on top and minutes on the bottom. So I'm going to line it up the same way on the right-hand side. So she can eat 35 hot dogs at the same pace. That means in proportion. So 35 hot dogs, 35 is going to go on top. How many minutes will it take her? Minutes is on the bottom, so that's going to be x. Now we can cross multiply, so 21 times x, and then 6 times 35. So 21x is equal to 210. And we can solve for x now, so divide both sides by 21, and we get x is equal to 10. So it will take her 10 minutes to eat 35 hot dogs at the same pace. All right, example 3. Vito uses 9 liters of water to water 24 flower pots. Assuming he'll use the same amount of water on each pot, how many liters of water would it take to water 40 flower pots? All right, so this is an example of having like things lined up. So we have 9 liters of water to water 24 flower pots. So I'm going to start by writing that first. All right, so I've written the liters of water on top, and in the denominator, we have the number of flower pots. Now I'm going to do the same thing on the right-hand side, match those up. So how many liters of water? That is x, because that's what we're trying to solve for. Now, liters of water we put in the numerator. So on the right, we're going to put x in the numerator and 40 flower pots in the denominator. All right, now we can cross multiply. So 24x equals 9 times 40, which is 360. Divide both sides by 24, and we get that x is equal to 15. So how many liters of water would it take to water 40 flower pots? That would be 15 liters of water. All right, example 4. In the past 10 years, the price of popcorn at a movie theater increased by 40% from $2. What is the new price of the popcorn? All right, so 40% we can write as a part to whole, so that would be 40 over 100. Now, if the total price of the popcorn before was $2, that's going to be our number in the denominator. That was the whole price. We want to know what 40% of $2 is. So we can go ahead and cross multiply, and that would give us 100 times x equals 2 times 40, which is 80. Divide both sides by 100, and we get x is equal to 0.8. Now, it's not that the new price of the popcorn is 0.8, but that is how much it increased. It increased by 40%. So if the price of the popcorn was originally $2, now it's going to be $2 plus the 80 cents. So this is going to be $2.80. So the new price of the popcorn is $2.80.